Hey everybody, it's Pam Sterling with the Outrageous Joy Raw Food Adventure, and today I want to talk about coconuts. Coconuts are your best friend. I use coconuts probably every day in some shape or fashion, and the most challenging thing to get to the benefits of the coconut, and there are many, the most challenging thing is learning how to crack open the coconut. So I'm going to show you two methods, what I call the hi-ya method, and then for those of you who are a little more subdued and want to take the more careful approach, I'm going to show you a different method. So it kind of depends on what mood you're in. So the first one I'm going to show you is the hi-ya method. Now it's very important to have a good knife. Now one of the things you'll notice down here is that I have beat up this knife with my coconuts. If you can get a cleaver, great, but you don't need a cleaver to crack open a coconut. The key when you're cracking open in the hi-ya method is to use the base of the knife to actually create a good part of that cut into the coconut. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut a little square on the top of the coconut, and that's going to create like a little hat that's going to pull off of the coconut. So here we go. Now what I always tell people is do not put your hand on the coconut when you're cutting open the coconut. Okay, so if you have to put your hand behind or something, just get your hand out of the way and don't let your spouse hold it either. That wouldn't be a good idea. Okay, all right, so we're gonna crack into the coconut this way, we're gonna turn it, and here we go. Here's our first cut. And we turn the coconut and cut again. And we're coming straight down, by the way. Some people think you need to go sideways. You don't need to do that. Straight down. That wasn't such a good one. And the next one straight down. Ah, that was a good one. So that cut right through the coconut. What I'm going to do now is just use my knife to pry up that little hat that we've created. And you see it comes off in a little square. Just like a little hat that you'd wear like over in China or something. And then on the inside, you'll see that there is, oops, plenty of water. I'm actually just going to pour it out for you here. There's about 1.5 cups of water in here. If you've never had coconut water is amazing for you. That got us a little more than a cup. It's amazing for you. It's sort of nature's smart water because it has all the electrolytes you need. It's a great thing to drink after you work out. And a great thing to drink after a massage or something like that. Now what you'll find once you crack it open is you have this beautiful white meat on the inside, this beautiful white meat. And sometimes it's going to be anywhere from, this is about maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe even 1/4 of an inch in some places. And sometimes it's going to be more like a slurry. I just take my spoon and I begin to take it off of there. So I'm just going to use my spoon like this. And make sure that if there's any little pieces of the outer shell connected to it that you take those off, because you definitely don't want to get those. I'm going to be making a smoothie here, so I want to just dump it or drop it into my blender. And then on the inside, what I want to do, you can either use the front of your spoon, or sometimes it's easier to use the back of the spoon to get in underneath the coconut. And then that begins to pull away from the edges of the coconut shell, and what you'll find is that you're getting a really beautiful, nice white piece of coconut that's coming out, and that you can either throw directly into your smoothie or use it in noodles and things like that. You can actually slice them up into noodles. I'm just going to pull this out to show you what this looks like. And you're going to get coconut meat that looks kind of like this, and everything that you pull out, just put into your blender or however you're going to be using it. You're going to get a good amount of meat coming out of there. And this doesn't look like that shredded dry coconut that you get. It actually is quite moist, and the scent coming off of it is just, the aroma is fantastic. We have a coconut-filled room here. So I'm going to set this aside just so I can show you the other way to crack open a coconut, the more subdued way, which some people prefer. So I'm going take our second coconut, and so with this method, what you're going to do is you're going to take the coconut and you're going to place it on its side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shave off all this white fleshy part and get down to what I call the crown. It looks like, once you take that off, it looks like a little bald guy. So we're going to shave off the side, shave off this fleshy stuff. You already see the brown stuff coming through. You need a good sharp knife for this. And I'm just going to keep shaving this off until I get down to that good brown part. And take some of this off. So now I have, you can see the little bald guy coming through. What you may not see is that there's an invisible little ring in here, and we're going to find that ring, and once we find it, it's going to pop this lid open. So I'm just going to use the base of my knife again. I'm just going to go into the side, go into this with one sort of chop of the base of my knife. And hopefully, with a couple of chops, I find, there we go. So what I found is when I do that, the coconut naturally will find the ring, and then I pull this up, and the coconut has a perfect little ring to it. You all see that? And you see the beautiful white meat, again, of the coconut. Coconut has so many benefits for you. It's fantastic for your skin. It lubricates your body. Again, I talked about the electrolytes of the water. It just has amazing health benefits, and something not to be afraid of. Some people shy away from coconut because they think it's high in calories and all of that. It's so fantastic for you. You're going to love it, and I hope that you use it regularly. So that's Pam Sterling talking about coconuts for the Outrageous Joy Raw Food Project, and I'll see you next time.